Just going to try to do this real quick here. Hopefully the replay doesn't bug. He's playing Send triplets. Another all mana, no action hand. I'm not going to comment as much, I just want to get through this quickly. It's all about screwing up your fetches, though. I should have gotten white mana. I misclicked and took the Breeding Pool. But Future Sight is out. And I got Force, but no blue cards. Unfortunately, he's got a Condescend for my Sylvan. And things start to get ugly from here. You'll see in a second. Armageddon is an interesting choice. Obviously, it's small card advantage. Actually, I guess it's parity, but I think Armageddoning when your opponent has Future Sight in play is kind of stupid. I guess he just didn't have anything else going on at the time. And it totally fucked me, right? Because my next card is Gilded Lotus, and I had no blue. I probably would have countered it, honestly, just because Future Sight with no land is not very useful initially. And then he's got this, so now it's really ugly, especially because I have no goddamn blue mana. I totally fucked that up too. Although I guess I didn't really have much of a choice. I needed to fetch, and I got incredibly lucky that I put a Felwar on top. Now he's got Fact or Fiction. Ugh. When I can't counter anything. This is a kind of a tough split. I eventually decided to give him cards and card advantage, figuring he doesn't have a lot of land. And so giving him something to do is kind of a bad idea. So the way I ultimately split it is Scrying and Gambit, like that. I get my land back. Now he's Gilded Lotus. So now he's like a million miles ahead of me. Just his mana development's so much better. It's just looking fucking terrible at this point. And he's got Scrying in his hand too. But Future Sight, man. Delivering the goods. So now I've got Cryptic Command mana. He eventually, I think, just decides to say go here after fetching. Yeah. So I've got to just hope. I'm planning on casting my Lotus off of the workshop, and then I get lucky and there's Thran Dynamo, which actually works out better. Because if he doesn't counter it, I can still counter back, which is awesome. I don't cast Jace. End of turn, he goes for a big Scrying. And it's weird that he's got 2 mana available, so I figure he's got Remand, which works out nicely because I can, if he remands, I can Force a Will. And I know he can't Mana Leak. So I decided to counter it. And sure enough, he doesn't have a counter, but he has Vampiric Tutor. And here's where the Force is decisive. So obviously I get totally fucked if he Time Walks and casts his champion. Let me go look at it real quick here. What the hell is it? This thing. Choose target opponent. That player can't cast spells. You may play cards from that player's hand. So he could like totally wreck me. Like get rid of my Force of Will and stuff. Even get me to counter my own Jace depending on... Well, actually, I guess he could counter the Jace. Anyway, I got a Force of Will that. Even though it pains me to get rid of Jace, but I have Force of Future Sight, which is way better. And then he's still going to cast like frickin' gigantic Brain Geyser. Although tapping out to cast Brain Geyser so that you discard twice is just fucking stupid. Like, what the hell are you thinking? I mean, I assume he plays other counters. And wait till you see what the Sight delivers next. So obviously I fetch right here. I go get Ancient Tomb. And there's the Staff on top. And check out the top deck. Future Sight. Well, there's Mind Stone. There it is. The Blast. Fucking amazing. Like, how good is that? Cut his mana almost in half, shut down this Crucible. And since my opponent is remarkably stupid here, yeah, I fucked up here too. I should have just cast the Lotus. Instead I played my Ancient Tomb first, which is dumb. Because obviously if the next card's a freaking land, then I'm going to feel stupid. Sure enough it is. But still, Vandal Blast goes off, clears out, and he's so stupid he lets his top die. And now, like, suddenly, who's in the driver's seat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 mana to 6. Behind by 3 cards, but Future Sight and board. So, like, the game just shifts so much. So I think about casting Humility here, since he's tapped out and it shuts down his commander, so I won't have to worry about it, or like some random Angel of Despair or some shit that he might be playing. But ultimately I decided to just hold my mana back, because I want to bluff a counter and also have Swords mana. And possibly to use Mind Stone, like, you know, Mind Stone into a Miracle counter if I need to. And he untaps and casts Opponent Concedes card. Bribery. So beautiful. Anyway, I've been thinking about the deck, and one of the things that really, really just, I think is so awesome about it is... Hang on a sec, I gotta go. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
I thought you were still there. I was wondering why you weren't at their house for so long. When do you want to go?
Very shortly.
Or then you should come down if you want to go. Come in if you want to go.
Alright, well, I'll fill you in on this later.